don't have a lighter. Welcome to Live with Whitney Moon. It is Tuesday night here in the big city of dreams. I'm just kidding. I don't live in a big city, but my little city says, keep on dreaming. Okay. Holy shit. Look at you guys all are here. I just was looking and nobody was there. And then I looked down and 3 people are there. What up to my ladies? 3 ladies. That's all I need. Look, there's 3 ladies here. It says there's 1 person in the chat. How's that fucking possible? Why does YouTube want to just fuck me over like that and make it seem like nobody cares about me? But I'm like, listen, there's actually 3 people in my chat right now because they're all chatting and it says 1 person. I knew that always lied. YouTube always lies to me. But you guys tell me the truth. So 1 love, all right? Oh, 2 likes. Yeah, who's liking the video already? I feel so special. Everyone's just coming here to see me. I'm doing current energy. You know what's so weird is where I just drove from. I just drove from one place to another. And I started off as a blizzard. And then where I finished, it hasn't even snowed yet. So weird. I just left a winter wonderland. And where I live, it looks like crap. It's like brown. Everything's brown outside. Apparently we're getting a storm. I don't know. Fuck it. I had such a good day. Did you guys have a good day? Never go full retard. Oh, are we allowed to say that word without offending everybody? Why does retard have to be such an offensive word? I love it. I think it's hilarious. And I never call a Down syndrome person that. So I don't even know why that got into that. They're not retarded. They're actually very smart. My ex-boyfriend's sister had Down syndrome and she was not stupid at all. She was very smart. She even had a job. She was so cute. Oh my God. She used to always want to kill me because I was dating her brother. So she'd come downstairs and start doing this and tell Adrian that I had to go home, that Whitney wasn't allowed to be in the house anymore. Oh my God. I just loved her. She physically attacked me all the time. And I would still be like, Jess, you know, I love you. And she'd be like, go home. It took me a year to warm up. And finally, she would just be like, is Whitney here? And Adrian, my boyfriend, would be at the time, would be like, yeah, Whitney's here. And then it took a year for her not to tell me automatically to get the fuck out of the house. And she swore at me too. Her mom would get so mad. Oh, I just loved her to death. Oh, I would just squeeze her. Adrian would fight. My ex-boyfriend would fight her. She was strong, man. She would hit him so hard. Oh, she was like a little boy. That's what they would wrestle. Hard wrestle. What the fuck, you guys? Oh. You take my breath away. Ooh, the animals have something to say. I had saw so many crows today. Holy shit. Just when I thought I wouldn't see another crow, there goes 2. It's mating season right now. So you see a lot of crows in threes. And then they do this dance, this mating dance in the air. Oh my God, it's spectacular. Animals are, woo. I don't fuck with them, that's for sure. They're the OGs. They're the originals. Oh, is that a Vec? Yeah. What up, girl? I see giraffes. Yeah, see, you know, they're not retarded. You know who's retarded? People who act retarded, that do stupid shit that affects everybody. Avec, I'm making you blue because I feel like you deserve to be with everybody else because you're always here. There you are. You're going to be blue now, and you're going to have a little screwdriver beside you. You're welcome. I like to make people feel powerful. You, my friend, are now powerful. Spread the love, baby. Spread the love. Joke. Yeah, exactly. You know where I noticed that crows do a mating dance? Guess where I was? California. I was sitting on the beach in San Francisco, and I was watching the crows, these crows dance at this little part of the beach. Oh my God, it was spectacular. My sister and I spent like 3 weeks in San Francisco on the fucking surf, drinking these tall boy margaritas and talking about how much we hated our life and like our parents. And oh my God, we had such a great time in California. California is amazing. Like I have to give it to you guys. Like you guys, you got a good spot going on there. Okay, you do. And I spend a lot of time smoking weed and staring at the sky. And let me tell you, it was a great place to do that in California. Ooh, look at this. We got a big stack, everybody. That one says there's nobody in the chat. There's how many of you? I'm purposely getting screwed over, people. I'm telling you. Why do they do this? I don't understand. Get your shit together, YouTube. You're like $1 billion company. Get some better software. Oh. We got the bee, the phoenix, the rabbit, the sea serpent. Oh my God. I mean, the color. I know I'm wearing my sunglasses and you guys are like, how can you possibly see that much color? Yo, the color is popping off in this. Okay. Really is. Ooh, then we got the otter, the camel, the lion, the oyster, the elk, and the black egg. And you know what? It's almost Easter. And I was wondering, I was like, oh my gosh, you know what we're going to be looking for soon? Easter eggs. And then I was like, I wonder if any eggs are going to show up in the reading. And I don't really have any cards that have eggs other than these cards, I think. I don't think there's any eggs in any other cards. So I was wondering if we were going to get some eggs up in this bitch for Easter. And it happened. Oh, the swans and the horse. Okay, do we really need more animals? Holy moly. Oh my God. And then the snake. Like, how can I not fucking take that? It's got the seed of life in its hands. Like, come on. Whoa. This is in a lot of energy. Y'all are just going to have to give me a moment to decipher this message. I'm sorry if you guys hear the drive-in. My sister's watching a movie right now in the living room, and we just got this new system, and it sounds like she's at the drive-in right now, like a movie theater. We have this big projection screen and shit. She like takes up the whole wall. Oh man, I'm never buying a TV again. I don't like TVs. I don't like how they look. I don't like the picture. I don't like how vivid they are now. I like my projector. My projector makes things look kind of greasy, you know, like you don't get the clear picture. And I like that so much. I don't think I'll buy a TV again. I hex them. I don't like them. Projectors, this thing is like 10, 15 feet across the wall. Like that's bigger than any TV. And it cost me $88 at Walmart. And I had to buy a TV, and I was like, I'm never buying a TV again. I don't like TVs. I'd rather watch something on my phone in bed, you know, than have a fucking even TV in your room. Fuck that. Nope. I'd rather have sex. Puts TVs in their room. There are other things to do, people. Unless you're single. Then what up? I get you. That's gangsta. Keep the movies playing. All right. Okay, let's get this message going here. What is going on with this? I got to get the cards together first here. Why is horse upside down? Move that bitch up. Okay, so I can't help but say something is rising from the ashes. The Phoenix is taking the main blunt of this reading, okay? Rising from the ashes. And the zodiac wheel is changing as of tonight. We're going into Aries. Zodiac year is over. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I kept talking like a Chinaman today, like it was the Chinese Christmas or the Chinese New Year. And I'm like, Whitney, it's the zodiac. Stop speaking Chinese. I love doing Chinese voices. My sister and I do it all the time. It makes us laugh so much. Even Chinese people make fun of themselves. I swear they do. Anyways, okay. So something is rising from the ashes, and like maybe it's happening tonight. Maybe that's why I had to do this reading. I just got off work. I worked a whole day. I have so much energy right now. I'm booming with energy, boosting with flute flavor. Okay, literally, that's what's happening with me right now. I don't know about you guys. I probably won't even sleep tonight. Oh, and then we got the eclipse coming. Like there is so much energy that I'm like, thank gosh I can go to work because I don't know what I would do with all this energy. There's so much energy inside of me. Like it's insane. I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but holy shit, my batteries are fully charged, motherfuckers. Fully charged. My boss wants to make me work 6 days a week. And I'm like, I can probably do that. I have energy of 5 people right now. Once I break, though, I'm going to need a few days off to recharge. So that's where I'm at right now. So rising from the ashes, it's like, man, we got this rabbit and this bee. And you know what bees do? Bees get shit done. They're really hard workers. And it's like, I don't know if somebody has worked really hard for this new beginning. Like this rise from the ashes. Now I'm getting Yellow Wolf. Yella just released an album, right? War Story. I don't know if someone's going to release an album or if they're going to write a book. Oh my God, I watched this really cute video of this lady whose book made it into chapters and she walked in and she was so happy. She had this awful, horrible life and she was abandoned by her parents. And then there she is and her book is in chapters and she was so happy. And I was like, that must be just like such an incredible feeling to work so hard and then your hard work be in such a well-known bookstore around the world. Like chapters are everywhere, man. Everywhere in North America anyways. So like Chapters Indigo, like that shit's everywhere, right? And it's like one step closer to putting her book online and getting a digital copy. And like there's so many great things that you can do. And like when you know that you made it and then your shit is up, like, oh man, or those like videos where people's songs get played on the radio and their parents don't know. And then they're like, hey, and the next song is, and their parents are like, what? You're on the radio? Like, that's so amazing, right? Like, it seems like really good energy. I'm not getting bad energy at all. Like, especially with this elk. Elk is the emperor. So somebody's like, and then the aqua is right in the middle here. I'm sorry, that's the fool. So even better, it made me pick it up. The Fool's Journey with the Ace of Wands. That's what that snake is. I'm telling you, your passion. What's Sea Serpent? I think that's the Queen of Wands. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's someone's passion. That's why I'm getting so stoked about it, because passion means we get more entertainment out there. We get more music. We get more paintings. We get more life. We get more scripts, more books, more posters, right? The world gets decorated a little bit more every time an artist pops its cherry and comes into the magical world of, I don't give a fuck if people accept me or not. This is me. These two kids look like they just came running from this establishment like they stole something, but there isn't anything to steal, and now they're just hanging out. Sorry, that looked really weird. Like, they just ran to their car. Like, I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on with this energy, but I think everybody can feel it. These motherfuckers just ran. That was like running from somebody with a gun, and then they just sat in their car. Like, why would you run that fast? Like, I don't understand why you would run that fast just to go sit in your car. Swan, 2 of Cups. With this Ace of Wands, what's the Lion? King of Wands. Queen and King of Wands come up, this is definitely a fire reading. Like, I'm just going to say peoples, and there's justice. So Libra steps in. Okay. But we do have Aries. The elk is the emperor. So that's your Aries energy that I'm picking up on. What's this oyster? Four of Pentacles with the otter, Six of Cups. Six of Cups is, you know that shit is about the past. Right? So maybe something that you've been working for a long time, like that otter is looking straight at that oyster. And that's the thing. When you pull an oyster up, you don't really know what's inside of it, right? You have to wait until you open it to see, but you're not just going to leave it on the bottom of the ocean floor, never knowing if there's anything in it, right? You're going to pick it up, just assuming that something is going to be in it, right? What's this rabbit? I feel like that's the Nine of Swords. Woo, the Nine of Swords staring at the Fool, and the Fool is the buffalo, and that's in the future. So it's like, somebody goes from really anxious energy to really fucking grounded energy, right? And then the camel, I think that's Temperance. Yeah, that is. So there's your two fire signs side by side. So Sagittarius and Aries side by side with all this fire energy. Like, no doubt this is passion. With the Phoenix, what's the Phoenix? Judgment. Dun, dun, dun. And then what's the horse? Six of Wands. So much fucking fire. It's not even funny. That much fire. And I'm glad that the Two of Cups is here, because with that much fire ignited, you do have to keep some water around you to make sure those flames don't go out of control, right? Because once we get to that cocky period, okay, we're talking Kid Rock styles now, okay? You say I'm cocky, it's not bragging, motherfucker, if you back it up, okay? You're obviously backing some shit up, and people are taking notice of that and being like, okay, not only are they saying it, but they're spraying it, and I can feel it, right? And that's the thing, like, that's the whole breach of like some type of dimension for somebody, of going from like invisibility to matter, right? Going from nothing to on the internet, right? It's like suddenly appearing in real life, right? And going from invisible. That's kind of what I see. Oh, I should have took my freaking bra off. How dumb am I, ladies? I'm so flippin' uncomfortable right now. It's not even funny. My nipples hurt. Like, oh my God. Why do we have to work and have boobs? Honestly, you try running around with like sacks hitting your face. Like, oh, I'm so uncomfortable right now. Like, and maybe this is that Nine of Swords. Like, maybe somebody is physically uncomfortable. And I follow these gay guys on YouTube, and they're comedians, and they had a show. I think they're Canadian. They had a show somewhere, and fucking nobody showed up. And could you imagine, like, because they just went and did a show where there was like a few thousand, right? So maybe someone's getting that anxiety, like, what if nobody shows up? And it's like, yeah, but what if everybody shows up? Like, you may get those shows where nobody shows up, but does it really matter? Right? You know that no matter what, you're going to have your top 5 people, like you're here with me, right? If like just anything, you know that there's always like 3 or 4 people just going to be there no matter what. So you're not doing it for a waste. What it is, like, don't worry if you think no one's going to show up, like, because especially if you're playing at a bar, or if someone's like doing like a jam session or something, and they're like, I don't know if people are going to show up. But I mean, if it's a bar, then you might get the smart thing to do is to, if you're going to branch out somewhere, do it somewhere that has a high volume already. So if they're not there to see you, they're there to be in the establishment, and then they get to know you word of mouth. That's how people really do it. It's not like, and nobody is nobody until they're somebody, like, right? And then even people who are people don't know. So I don't know how known somebody wants to be, or like how in your face somebody wants to be, because that's the thing that comes with a lot of shit too. You have to watch yourself, and you have to watch what you wish for, right? Because some things you can do, like there's a band in Toronto, okay? Their name is NQ Arbuckle. The lead singer of the band is Neville Arbuckle, and they are one of my favorite bands in the entire world. And the reason why they're one of my favorite bands is because they've stayed small. They stay local to Toronto. I think it's like $5,000 to rent them for an event. And they just stay small. They don't want to be big. And that's the thing about Neville. Neville, if you met Neville, you would know he's a very quiet guy. I could see him never doing an interview, not ever wanting to be in front of cameras. He just wants to be in a fucking band, and he makes it work because they're so known in Toronto. Like, I have all their CDs. Between my sister and I, we have all their CDs. Plus, they're on Spotify. So check them out on Spotify. They're fucking awesome. Okay, he captures my heart every time he sings. I was listening to him today. I love when their songs come on. There's a song that they have, it's called Hot Shot. It's about he's dating a girl in Alberta. Oh my god, it just breaks my heart. He's the man of my dreams. The man of my dreams is the most compassionate, noble, and honest man I've ever met in my life. I don't know who he is, but when I talk to him, he's a pretty good gem. You know who's out there for you. And sensitive men have always been. I used to get drunk back in the day when I lived in this one apartment. Spotify had this playlist called Sensitive Men of the 90s. And I would grab a bottle of wine and get into my tub and listen to the Sensitive Men of the 90s. Like, I'm talking Seal, Bryan Adams, fucking Michael Bolton. Like, you name it. And I'd just be singing my heart out. And my landlord, I knew my landlord. My landlord actually used to do security with my ex-boyfriend, the one who died that I channeled that message for the other day. She used to do security for him. She would call me or she would text me and she'd be like, what the fuck are you doing down there? I'd be like, dude, I'm having a moment in the bathtub. Leave me alone. Greatest days of my life. I'd smoke weed and just get wasted in the bathtub. It sounds so dumb, but it was so awesome. I lived such a stressful life that like my hour of power in the bathtub with the Sensitive Men was the only thing I could do to make myself feel better, okay? I love Sensitive Men. Why do you think I love Yellow Wolf so much? Yeah, he's kind of crazy, but he's sensitive as fuck. He basically just says it how it is. Neville, same thing. Says it how it is. Biggest heart in the world. Oh, God. Okay, should I talk about the cards that are in my hand? I probably should. I feel like, okay. Brand new. Oh, yeah, okay. This germination station. This is the one that kind of got, that was the first one that dropped down. And this is what somebody's in before they rise from the ashes, right? Or like spirits letting you know that you have been like tucked away long enough, right? Like you've been, whatever it is, it's like you can now open up the gates. Release. People obviously want to see you or hear you or read you. Or, you know, I also got somebody like, I don't know if somebody wants somebody to be a model or like the face of something, like fucking go for it. Back in the day, my stepmother, her redneck sister came over to our house and she looked at my sister. This was so inappropriate, but so appropriate for the time. She looks at my sister and she goes, you know, you would probably make a good Sears model. My sister, I'm sorry, what? Like, we look back on it now, like, was that a compliment? Because do you remember the Sears catalog back in the day? Like, what the fuck? K.A., that creepy as shit. But my sister is pretty enough to be a Sears model. Like, what the fuck, you redneck fuck? What are you talking about? That sounds so rude. And she did actually kind of take it a little bit rude. She was like, thanks. And I walked away. I'm like, who the fuck? Like, Merry Christmas, you fucking idiot. Oh, gosh. The truth with brand new. You know, maybe someone's going to find a way to say the truth a new way. Oh. I have an animal on my ceiling. He keeps trying to get in. He's making a nest right now. I can hear him. Oh, you're going to be able to hear it. Stop. 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 As I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted by a squirrel on my roof. Okay, so it's like maybe you're going to figure out a new way to say the truth, right? Because some people are scared to say the truth, man. People are scared that people are not going to like them, or that they're going to get hated or hurt or something if they tell the truth. It just depends on the level of truth you want to expose. We were making a joke the other day about Edward Snowden, right? Obviously, are you peacing out? No. And I was like, obviously he's like in Switzerland or something where they can't touch him. And now all these other people are leaking out all this other information. So now Edward, nobody cares about Snowden anymore. He's off in fucking Switzerland, can't be touched. Now all these other people are revealing these things about the CIA and cover-ups and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, fucking Snowden's old news. Like, he's got old information. We got new information now, right? So it's like, it just depends the level of what you want to expose. And then at that, right, I knew this cop who couldn't be a cop anymore. And because he punched somebody in the face, he raged a little bit too hard, lost his job as a cop. And then I was like, why don't you be a fucking dick? Like, why don't you be a fucking PI? Like, how many people need private investigators that are willing to go out and catch their woman cheating or, figure out if someone's stealing from them or, right? There's so many things you can do, but then there are a lot of conspiracies. And if you want to uncover conspiracies, you could get hurt. And that's what people talk about is you got to be willing to not give a fuck, right? To expose what you need to. And if that's the level, then now I'm getting somehow Carol of the Bells in my head right now. So the bells are going off. Maybe the bells and whistles are going off. Something needs to be exposed. And, I know Irene does a lot of exposure. So maybe this is the universe saying that maybe you're looking at a new way to do something. Maybe you're going to go on and start actually making videos, Irene, real videos or some shit like that. Not just shorts, right? Invest something in it. Irene, the YouTube investigator. You want to know if an account's real? You contact Irene 444 and she'll figure it out. Right? It's some shit like that. Make it good. Because you know what? Honestly, if you're thinking about doing it, do it. Don't be a pussy. Yeah. Because even the pussies, they got balls in there somewhere. So maybe you just got to figure out if you want to do it or not. It's a big job. Ringing bells and blowing whistles. All right. So if you can be committed, do it. And you got to take a lot of slack with it, It's even with this channel, man, fucking people throw their evil ass shit at me all the time. It comes with the job. You get greasy, you get dirty. This is the first fucking job actually in the real world too that I've been at where I don't have to clean the bathrooms. I tip out, cleans the bathrooms. I'm like, thank God. I'm not cleaning someone's shit again. Okay? Unless I'm sleeping with them. Or they're someone's kid. I'm not cleaning up shit anymore. I'm not doing it. You could not pay me money anymore to clean up vomit, diarrhea, or other excretions from somebody's body while they're completely intoxicated. Okay? No. Those $400 or $500 nights I did for puke and vomit and fucking diarrhea everywhere, never again. Never again. Never again. I have standards. And apparently, that's what happened with my job. I just got the job where I didn't have to clean toilets for once. I didn't think that was possible. I didn't even think after COVID, man, restaurants lost so much business and so much money that for the most part, their staff is cleaning everything now. Fucking floors, fucking ceilings, toilets. You tell it, they clean it, right? Not this place. And my boss is a stoner. Oh, come on. Can't get better than that. I got high 3 times at work today. Yeah. And nobody even knew. They just think people are tired. Oh, Whitney, you look a little tired. Yeah, I didn't sleep that well last night. I don't know if it was the bull or if it was sleep, but sure, yeah, no, I'm fine. I didn't mean to drop that. It's just because I'm tired. Idiots. People don't know stoners, but shh. It's our secret. We just look tired. Tired. Sure, I'll go with that one. Whatever floats your boat, boss. Because he gets away with it too. Everyone at work's always like, why does the boss look so tired? I'm like, are you guys serious? You know that he's not tired. You can't tell by his bloodshot eyes he's ripped. Like, oh yeah, no, he didn't get any sleep last night. He's a busy guy. Wink, right? I swear he knew I was high today too. We were just like, shh, don't tell anybody. I can't do life seriously without being high, okay? Don't judge me. Life is not worth it. If you're not high, what are you? You're low. If you're not high, you're low. And if you're low, then you're probably a hoe. You know how that be. All I heard was snitches get stitches. Is that Pam up in the house? Oh, you finally made it to the chat. Let me guess, do you have to go? It's Pam's favorite line. Hey, I got the notification. A little late. Sorry, I gotta go. Classic Pam. I'm telling you, someone just gotta unleash the beast. Like I said, it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage to tell the truth. Like, man, you guys are having a blast in that chat, eh? Oh, that's good. Honestly, I kind of like, I don't like wearing dresses, but since I've gotten a little bit older, I wouldn't wear a dress to like just wear a dress. But if I had to go and do something, let me tell you, I'm going to make that shit look poppin'. I'm kind of into like this phase of my life where if I have to go out and you're going to make me try, because I don't wear makeup, so I have to emphasize other things, right? Woo! I'm starting to pull out the good ones. You know what I mean? I'm single. I'm ready to mingle, right? So I'm like, hey, got those tight dresses up again. Woo! Keep those legs constantly shaved, right? Just in case. You just never know. Somebody asks to look at your legs. I have this huge tattoo on the side of my leg. Do you know how many people back in the day used to look at it? Not so much now. And I wouldn't shave my legs, and they'd be like right up close beside it. And be like, oh man, why did this have to be the one day I didn't shave my legs? Somebody just decides to look right up against my leg to see what my tattoo is. I mean, it's a great tattoo. It's why it gets a lot of fucking attention. And you know what's weird? Where I got my tattoos from in this place, they were well known. I paid a lot of money for my work, right? And I didn't get cheap work done. People knew where my work was done because this shop has a certain style that everybody just knew around me. So this guy, I'm in the projects in Whippy, okay? I'm in the elevator, leaving some dude's house. Actually, I was leaving my buddy's house that I was dating who was working at the tattoo shop at the time. And he goes, this guy's looking. It was obviously summertime. I don't know how he saw it. I think he saw at least 3 of my tattoos. And he was like, is that Lisa? I'm like, how? I was stunned. I was like, how? And he's like, well, you know, she's got a style. What? I'm sorry. Who the fuck are you? How the fuck did you know who did my tattoos? How's that possible? How's that fucking possible? Tattoos aren't done the way that they were back in the day, though. Like, I noticed people didn't put as much effort into what they do now back in the day because there really weren't that good at tattoo artists. What tattoos look like now? I get my shit done from this guy in the shitty little town that still only charges $80 an hour because they're run by Hell's Angels. He does the best tattoos. I go to him now. I don't care. I won't go to these mainstream awful fucking $350 an hour. This guy is amazing. Does better work than most of these shops I've ever seen in my life. Charges like a fucking nickel because they obviously don't pay taxes. I don't know how they get away with it, but it's if you bring cash, even better. Like I can't sit for longer than an hour with a tattoo now. I'm a bitch. I'm up and out. Like I got better things to do than hurt myself, but I actually want to get some, I'm going to get some tattoos done in the next little while. And, I'm going to get all fucking inked up again, but they're like very small. I can't do big ones anymore. Fuck that. That was for my 20s. My 20s were for the big tattoos. Not anymore, man. Woo, I sat for this one on my back for 10 hours. You fucking kidding me? 10 hours. I threw up at the end of it. I don't have that in me anymore. I'm not even an old woman, but I am when it comes to tattoos. I'm such a good artist that I actually contemplated getting a tattoo gun and fixing up all my tattoos, but fuck that. I'm just gonna let them fade out. I guess we're pretty much done with this reading. Like, this was a really awesome reading. Like, it's really talking about how somebody should get their shit together and do something. Like, get out of this germination. Like, you can rise from the ashes now, my friends. Get up, get going, do something different. You know, and like I said, who gives a fuck if no one's there? Honestly, it doesn't matter because you know what? You tried and you're going to keep trying. That's the thing. Do you know how many people, if they hadn't have gone and gotten into their cars and did something with themselves, they would have never gotten anywhere, right? You need to do something in a big city, right? Cities are the best. They're the worst for human trafficking. Be very fucking careful and very safe, but make smart moves with yourself. You know, people want to hear you. They want to hear you. Let the world hear you. I mean, honestly, I would rather tell the truth and literally get killed for it instead of hold on to something and it ruined something else. I just couldn't do it. I don't think I could hold it in. I was that kind of person. My father used to call me he used to call me some name at Christmas because I would tell everybody their Christmas presents. But you know why I told people their Christmas presents? It was mainly my sister. Okay, I would tell them what my family bought her and stuff because I was preparing her because they were awful gifts. So when she opened them, she'd be surprised. And I'd be like, oh, you have no idea what they bought you this year. And she'd be like, what? Something stupid. Yeah, obviously. And I prepared her. She genuinely appreciated it. So, honestly, like, the truth doesn't hurt everybody, okay? It only hurts the fucking weasels. Ooh, look at this. See what came popping out? Extermination with treasure. Okay, so let me just say that it's almost like, ooh, look what's on the top of the deck too. Look at that sexy bitch. That's the evil eye. Fucking flick it back. Right? Flick it back. Who cares? But like I said, be very, very careful and safe with your energy and what you choose to do with the power of truth. Okay? Because truth, as we say, shall set you free, but it can also be like shooting somebody in the face with a gun. It's a little shocking. Okay, it's a little shocking. And whatever. You didn't do it. You're just saying it. And unfortunately, that's like mediumship. And you know how they say, like, don't what was that? Don't kill the messenger or something like that. Don't shoot the messenger. It's like something along the lines of that I'm getting, you know, like you might get some, and you know what I'm getting, if you get a little backlash, if you're out there and you're speaking truth about something, you just make sure that you can back that shit up. That's all I'm saying. Make sure for yourself, make sure you can back it up, because you will look like a fool really quickly if you can't back up your words. Right. And I don't really know what these words are or what they have to do with, but getting a little bit more information, which might be the germination station before takeoff. Right? Where you're like, okay, I just have to inquire a little bit more and make sure, watch this movie, Fracture. Anthony Hopkins, Sir Anthony Hopkins, and Ryan Gosling. And he comes into court and he's all cocky, thinking that he knows everything, and he gets fucking burned, because sometimes if it looks that easy, you have to dive a little bit deeper, right? Don't just use the first obvious thing on somebody, right? And that's what any court, like I loved taking law in high school. I learned a lot, surprisingly. And if the law wasn't so corrupt and so infiltrated by garbage and unnecessary bullshit, I probably would have gotten into it, right? Because you really like finding out and making sure, because that's the whole part of the case, is building is the evidence. You have to have evidence, right? Or you go nowhere. And that's what they'll say. They can't prosecute unless they've got evidence, or they look like a fool, and the judge will throw their fucking case out and make them look like an idiot, because people have rights. And like, surprisingly, even monsters, they have personal rights. And you do, though, as a human being that has rights themselves, you have the right to information. So just make sure that you get your information at the right places and not faulty witnesses, or you go to somebody and you're like, see, that's what I wanted to hear, because that's what you wanted to hear might lead you down the wrong path, because just because it's what you wanted to hear, it's not necessarily what you need to hear, which could be involving the truth as well. Right? Because the truth is really fucked up. So when you end up getting some faulty answer, and you'll know it's faulty because it sounds too good, where you know it's going to be like, it's going to be way more complicated than that. Like Fracture, where they had to try to find the gun, and then the cop wants to plant the fucking gun as evidence because they can't find the gun. You can't prosecute somebody without a fucking weapon. Are you kidding? And then there's greasy people that try to corrupt evidence and plant things so then they can have people arrested, which is not the law either, right? If they don't get caught the organic way, then you might as well just be as corrupt as the people that you're trying to arrest, right? And that's Fallen too. Watch Fallen, right? Keeps asking him, do you take cream? Do you take cream? He's like, no, I don't take cream, because then I would be as bad as the people I'm arresting, right? So just, I don't know, something has something to do with that. I'm holding on to treasure, okay? They made me say that, because literally I was holding on to treasure. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like you're holding on to a fucking gold mine here. You're holding on to treasure, and you just don't know, because the truth shall set you free. I mean, even if it's through music, through art, through something written, right? The truth is the truth. I mean, and then plus, you know what's great too is like, if there is something that you want to uncover, but you think maybe nobody will pay attention, or nobody is going to believe you or something like that, then write it fictitiously. Right? Get people's attention that way, because people love fake stories that look real. Because they most likely are real, right? Let's be real. Ha! Hey, let's just keep rhyming. Be real is awesome. It's got that wicked fucking kind of voice. Use your imagination. There it is right there. Use your imagination station, right? Figure out a way to get truth out with maybe not really saying the truth, right? Say it hypothetically, which is kind of what I have to do to cover my ass because it's tarot. How can I say for sure what's going on? Like, I know in my life I can put 2 and 2 together, but I can't say for sure, fucking for sheezy, right? Like, who can? So, I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. You know, I can't help but just look at this egg one last time and be like, what is in the egg? What is in the fucking egg? Ooh. Oh, man. My ex-boyfriend, his grandma and grandpa, his oma and opa, they had chickens. So we would go up there sometimes and see his oma and opa for a bit and then go see the chickens, and then they give us eggs to come home with. Tell me how he got a bloody egg. He was a dick, by the way. He was like the worst person in the entire world. And he comes home from work. He was always fucking pissed off when he got home from work. Oh, I had to drive from the fucking city. It fucking took me 3 hours to get home. Blah, 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 blah. And then this morning, I cracked a fucking egg that my oma gave me, and it was full of blood. I'm like, yeah, you would. You're the fucking devil. You should get an egg full of blood. Ever since then, I'm like, every egg I crack, I'm like, is it going to be a blood-filled egg? Obviously, I don't think the grocery store would give them to you, but like, yikes. Like, what did you do to get a blood egg, mister? That was a fucking kick-ass reading. You guys have just been going crazy in the chat. It's going to take me forever to go through what you guys have been talking about in the chat. Oh. But you're here. We didn't get any bots. You guys are just protecting me like the ray of sunshine you are. There's like 8 moderators in here right now. All my people. Let my people go. There you go. I release you from the grips of hell and rise you above the ashes. Could you imagine if I was just that powerful? Maybe I am. Maybe I fucking am. And you guys don't even know it. You could be talking to an apparition right now, and I just come here and I appear and I do these readings, and then I go back up to another dimension. I mean, I'd believe it. I'm here. Look at that. Look at that guy that just popped out. Look at that little friendly face. He's on our nickel, okay? He made the nickel. All right. That's 5 cents, by the way. I don't know if you guys know that. Like, a beaver is on a coin forever. He's been there forever. Like, how Canadian are we? I mean, we have beaver, but like not that much. Not a freakishly amount of beaver. Ooh, look at that. There's Aquarius. I knew they were floating around. I knew they were floating around. I thought it was that buffalo. Now you can see how dyslexia takes over. I thought it was the buffalo because, look, it kind of has similarities to the buffalo card, okay? It's a horse, and it's magical as fuck. So that's like, ooh, you know, I'm telling you, I think somebody, oh, look at Firefly. I think someone's going to get lit up with something. To be honest, going from something small to something big. And I just pulled the bear twice. What is the bear, by the way? What is the bear? 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles to the 8 of Pentacles. From being left out in the cold to making something of yourself, right? By using the truth. Like, how awesome is that? Like, I always said to my parents, like, you fucking better watch yourself. Because I'm that kind of person. Like, I constantly make videos about them. I send some of these videos where I talk trash about my parents and how awful they are to their email. They don't talk to me. They hate me. My father said the other day he would talk to my sister. And I was like, I emailed him back and I'm like, you're never going to talk to Courtney. Over my dead fucking body, you're going to talk to Courtney. She doesn't even like you. I'm the one that tried to make amends with you. She wanted to buy a gun. Like, I'm the one who's trying to work things out, not her. Why do you want to talk to her? Like, idiots, right? And like I said to them, like, you better watch your fucking mouth, because if you never talk to me, you never tell me what you did to me, if you never admit what I know you did, it might be on the big screen one day. And I know a director. He does movies in Toronto. My sister was in one of them. I remember I put it up. It's in the collective readings, I think. It said my sister is in a film. Ward 6 Films is the channel name on YouTube. His name's Greg. He makes movies. I could make a fucking movie. Let me tell you, he's a great director. Awesome to work for. Like, really good guy, not creepy, had great fucking film crew with him. Like, honestly, people don't know. They don't know. They want to fuck around so much because they think they're so smug. Like, I know my father's smug about shit. Like, I know his wife is smug about shit. And I'm just like looking at them like, how could you be smug? I'm your daughter. Like, you raised me. You wiped my ass as a baby. You won't talk to me? Like, how immature are you? Like, what kind of Satanist are you? Like, who the fuck does that? Like, to me, I've never done anything to him. He doesn't even talk to me. Like, so it's almost like, man, you could make money off misery. Isn't that what they call karma? Yes, I am. You want an autograph? All right. Oh, man. Look at that. There's the crocodile. 4 swords. All right. Shit and bullets. Okay. And then the bat. Death. It is kind of funny how it works that way. It really is. Oh, there's the peacock. Queen of Cups. Third eye shit. Right? It kind of does go like that. Like, you go from shit and razor blades to finally you're okay. It's really funny like that. Like, how anxiety can work. And then it's because, it's the buildup. People build things up so much. And it's, I think, the buildup more than anything that tends to sometimes do something to others, So I kind of feel like this has been a long time waiting for somebody. And I think you should just do it. But I mean, that's why I always want to say, like, take what resonates, because it's not going to be the same for everybody. It's going to change for everybody, depending on, if you're doing this or not, if you care, if you're saying anything, or if you're doing anything, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really fucking know. I don't have all the answers. I just get the ingredients. You have to put it together and make whatever dish comes out, right? That's how I see shit. 6 of Cups again. Like, I don't know, man. It's something in your past. I think it's something in your past that you want to talk about. And I think you should do it. I think you should. I do get like writing a book too. I've tried to write a book down a few times. Like, actually legit sat down to write a book. I don't know what I would talk about. I'm still like in the midst of, and the thing is, I don't think I'll ever do it, because then you got to take it to an editor and then they just rip it apart and I'm not well with people criticizing me on spelling, grammar, and punctuation. I'll fucking punch you in the face. I don't care where the comma goes. Okay? The comma can get put up your fucking ass. For all I care. Do you want the book or not? There really wouldn't be a whole lot of negotiation with me. So maybe you can deal with it a lot better than me. I don't know. But it's like, don't be scared. All right. Don't be scared. Come out wherever you are. Shit'll work out if it's supposed to. All right. Or maybe you just want to make fucking YouTube videos and talk about your parents, or I don't know, like make a vlog or something. Yeah. I don't know, make a vlog or blog, write about it. I don't know, something like that. So many different things could work, right? I'm getting Yellow Wolf right now. Let's roll with Kid Rock. Why does Kid Rock keep coming up? Is Kid Rock in there? Kid Rock. Hey, that was my deceased ex-boyfriend's favorite singer in the whole world. Him and my sister used to drive around Oshawa cranking Kid Rock. 3 a.m, go to Burger King and get those fucking burgers with the mac sauce on them. I don't know. Man, just to be alive. I fucking love Kid Rock. I would watch him in concert. I was actually talking to somebody about that. Somebody who lived in Moose Jaw. I don't know if you know where Moose Jaw is, but it's in Saskatchewan. It's one of the coldest places. He said Kid Rock was by far the best fucking concert he's ever been to in his life. And I was like, no doubt. I believe you. I've seen a lot of concerts. A lot. I used to go to Edgefest. I don't know if you know what that is, but Edgefest, I would see like 20 fucking bands in one day, and it would go all weekend. I would get sunstroke by the end of the weekend watching so many bands. Oh, Silverchair, Bush, Tool. Oh my God. The list goes on and on. From Autumn to Ashes. Oh, Blink-182. Hole. Oh. So many concerts. And I didn't see Kid Rock. Even went to that stupid SARS thing in Toronto where 3 million people went. So the Rolling Stones, AC/DC. Nothing. I don't even know what my favorite concert is. I actually think my favorite concert was I went and saw, what the fuck is their name? Slipknot in Toronto called Knotfest. And the exhibition was in the background. So it was like watching a circus with the circus in the background. And I don't know if you know this, but Slipknot has like 10 drummers, right? They put on a performance of a lifetime. Like, it's not just a concert, it's a performance. Corey Taylor is incredible. That band is incredible. You don't even have to like them to enjoy the concert. I can fucking guarantee you that. That's probably my favorite concert in the entire world. It happened just before COVID, a couple years before COVID. And then the year that Under Oath was going, finally Under Oath joined Knotfest, and COVID canceled the fucking show. I cried. I haven't seen Under Oath. Under Oath is my favorite band in the entire world. I've listened to them since their first album came out. I was in high school. I still have never seen them in concert. I can't believe it. Like, I'm actually like getting to the point where I'm getting sad about it. I might have to go into the States to see it. Actually, they go to Toronto. They come to Toronto quite often. So I think I'll be able to catch them this year. I hope. Chris Webby's coming to town. Got to see that motherfucker. So many concerts. Oh my God. Concerts are going to be crazy this year. I don't know if you guys like concerts, but I fucking love concerts. Webby's even doing a meet and greet, which I might pay to do, because that guy's pretty fucking rad. I would love to sit and smoke a joint with him, to be honest. He's pretty chill. I've listened to that guy for a few years. So much happening. Gosh, I hope you guys are just saving your money. Get your money saved so you can go on awesome trips. I almost booked my sister and I tickets to go see Yellow Wolf a couple months ago to do this meet and greet. I didn't do it because then I lost my job. And then Christmas came and I thought, I'd rather pay to fucking do Christmas than anything. But yeah. So get your concert stubs out and start reminiscing, because I guarantee you so many people are going to go on tour this year. Maybe you are too. Maybe you're going to finally get your ass in the car and you're going to go and sell your fucking book or your ass. Hypothetically speaking there, Irene. No need you get arrested anymore. Be smart. You know what I found out? So I was watching this Jelly Roll interview, and Jelly Roll only hires convicts. That's it. He won't hire people unless they have a record. Isn't that awesome? Because like just because you have a fucking record, right, doesn't mean that you don't deserve to work. I mean, a lot of places where I've applied to recently in the last 5 years have even said, like, if you've been convicted, it's okay. Just tell us what you did. And we decide, you know, so if you got, you know, fucking put away for something stupid, right? Then like a fucking boss would care, right? Like people deserve second, third, fifth, 17th chances. Like, do you know how the devil works? Like, it can just jump into you and you go do something stupid and you get arrested. Honestly, like, you don't deserve to get fucking mad credit for just surviving on a daily basis in these goddamn temples we're in. Right? Fuck. Such a hard place to live in. And then we have to pay the price for everything we do? Like, thanks. You deserve to get some freebies. So maybe that's why you get to watch me. Freebie! Free readings. Hey, you're not a robot. All right. Wasn't sure about the newbie in here. Hey, all right. We got a new person in the house that is not a robot, people. Hey, Two Tone's here. What up, Two Tone? We've been going for over an hour. I just looked and it was all ones on the screen. Korn. I've seen Korn live. My ex-boyfriend who died took me to a Korn concert in Toronto. Tell me how Jonathan Davis, okay, came out with a fire hose and he sprayed the crowd and we all got soaked. I was kind of pissed. I was cold afterwards. I don't think I got sprayed as much as I wasn't right in the front. Like, of course, my deceased ex-boyfriend buys tickets in the mosh pit. So I was in the mosh pit. Right, you know who I got to stand right in front of? Head. He was my favorite guitarist ever. He's got a really good book too. And I just got to stand in front of him the entire time. He sprayed the fucking crowd. I was like, who does that, man? It was a nighttime show. It wasn't that hot out. Those motherfuckers got soaked. Not cool. Not cool. He couldn't even breathe. He kept going behind the stage and sucking back oxygen. He could barely make it a song without going to suck oxygen. He did perform in a kilt too. I didn't think he would do that, but he was in a kilt. Fucking Jonathan Davis, that crazy motherfucker. You know, their first album, I do like. Their first and second album, I'm going to say I do like. But I don't know what Korn has turned into. I used to be the biggest Korn fan ever. It was like my sister used to make fun of me, like, on a regular basis. I had Korn posters in my room. They're really the ones that introduced me to, like, I liked something a little bit heavier. And then I was listening to Under Oath. And then, oh God, the list just opened up to my heavy metal bands. I just got into Of Mice and Men. They're fucking great. You know what it is? I like a lot of energy. Like, I like my sensitive men of the 90s. Okay. I like my Bryan Adams, you know, every now and then I like my Michael Bolton, but then I like my hardcore metal music. That shit runs through my veins like fuel. Okay. I need it in me. I need metal. It's really weird. Because then I'll be like listening to R&B, like Jagged Edge. Nothing is promised to me and you. And then the next song is I'll kill your mother, kill your father, and all your babies. And then the next song will be Whitney Houston. My playlist is redonkulous right now. 300 songs of Whitney's head. I have the best playlist in my head already. I have a jukebox that just plays in my head all the time. Now Jagged Edge is playing. I love Jagged Edge. Back in the day, I used to listen to Jagged Edge all the time. Oh, I love music. I can't tell you how much I love music. I don't think I would be here if music didn't exist. Isn't that crazy? And I've never like been musical ever. Never played a musical instrument, never sang. I mean, I always sing, but like for my own entertainment, not trying to get a crowd. Just trying to sing from the heart, baby. I've never played even an instrument, but I fucking love music. I get obsessed with it. I actually get cranky if I don't listen to music. I went a couple days not listening to it. And let me tell you, I'll never do it again. Never not listen to music. I don't think it's healthy for you. I think at one point, you know, like TV is not healthy for you. Like that shit you watch is not healthy for you. So then you have to balance it out with something healthy. Like, so your own frequency and then plus the frequency of like your favorite band or bands, like me. Bands, 500 artists in my head just playing all the time. And you know what was awesome? This last place I worked had a jukebox. So I just put on whatever I wanted if I didn't like what was playing. My boss would change the channel for me in the daytime so then I didn't have to listen to bullshit music. He'd put on Alice in Chains and Metallica. So I had Metallica fucking yeah at work all day. And he knew he would be watching me on the cameras. As soon as he turned on Metallica, I'd start doing something. Oh my gosh, this one, I was working in Calgary and I fucking hated this place. I started getting so much anxiety working for these bitches. Metallica came on over the fucking PA and I was like, I was ready to walk out. I know this bitch was just rubbing me the wrong way. And I go to this guy at the bar. I'm like, what song is playing right now? Because I couldn't really hear it. He Shazams it right away with his phone. He's like, let me Shazam it. Shazams it. He's like, Fuel by Metallica. And I go, all right, that's all I needed to hear. That gave me the fuel to get the fuck out of here. I had a till of $1,500 that I had the key for. I just dropped it and walked out to Fuel by Metallica. Tell me I don't pay attention to signs when I see one. Like, holy shit. And yes, I would do it again. There is no fucking way I would have stayed there. And I was staying there purposely getting abused, like just for money. I realized I don't even know how many jobs I worked where I've been physically and mentally abused just to get money. Like, never again. But when you're so desperate, like, what are you supposed to do? Oh, I'll wait for the Mercedes-Benz job, thanks. You can keep your minimum wage job to yourself, and yeah, I'll get there. Like, says fucking nobody ever. Like, you take the minimum wage job because there's nothing fucking else to do. Like, let's be real. Because it's the Whitney Moon fucking, I was going to say station. See, I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a station, if it's a radio show, if it's a fucking TV. I don't know what this is. But whatever it is that I do on here is not like normal readers. It's completely different. Just, I like to warn people, like, you're not just going to get a tarot reader out of me. You're going to get a full-blown schizophrenic channeler that is going to pick up a line and she's going to say what anybody is saying on that other line. Like, that's how you guys do it. You call me and you're like, this is the message I need to say. I only pick up messages from myself. So whatever it is you guys need to talk about, that's what we talk about. That's the whole fucking point of it. I'm not just going to talk about things that nobody needs to hear or talk for people that are never going to watch these things. Why do I care about mainstream tarot? Yeah, okay. If I did, I wouldn't be doing this anymore because 1,000 subscribers being on here for a year and a half. Are you kidding? That's not very good. Like, I would have given up and like, this is not for me. I'm walking away. Like, clearly, you know, I'm not doing it for the fame because I'm not going to get there. Hey, you never know. Honestly, you never know what this channel could fucking turn into. I'm getting a crystal ball. I'm so excited. I don't know what crystal ball I'm getting yet, but I'm getting a crystal ball. I'm getting some other things, shit's gonna be tight, and you're gonna fucking love it because it's channeling and that's what we do. It's just, cards just give me it's like they just give me the basics. I gotta do the rest. It's so funny. I had this dream once because you know how we have like these judgments, right? We're like doppelgangers. Okay, I came face to face with another doppelganger the other day who I fucking swore was my masseur. And she was like, honey, I cut hair. And I was like, I am so sorry. I just almost jumped you because I thought you were my masseuse. Like, I'd fucking like full-blown doppelgangs out in this bitch, okay? Like, you have to be very, very careful out there, right? Nail these motherfuckers. I don't know what I was going to say there. What were we just talking about? See how these channels come and go? Holy fuck. I feel like I need Ritalin or something. I need to calm down. What is happening? See, once this shit... all I can hear is Jagged Edge. Nothing is promised to me and you, so why will we let this thing go? Oh, why do I love Jagged Edge so much right now? That I will never leave and everything will be alright. Yeah, I was listening to Jagged Edge on the way home tonight, just singing my fucking heart out. Oh, all of the sensitive songs came on. The other day, all that came on my way home was heavy metal and Joey Oz. Literally, almost back-to-back 4 Joey Oz songs in a row, and then just pure heavy metal. Tonight, only soul crushers. Whitney Houston, like, I couldn't believe it. I just sang a melody the whole time I was on my way home. I can't get it out of my head now. Oh, yeah, we were talking about the channel. Fuck, who knows what's going to turn into this channel. And now my sister's doing like astrology shit. So you know I'm going to start talking about houses and fucking planets and, oh, man. And like, what's really weird, I do these channels, right? I do these, and I say channel as in readings, right? I do these readings. And then my sister will go onto her phone and look up like where Pluto is, where Saturn is, and where's, what's conjunct with the moon right now. And she'll be like, that matches up with exactly your tarot reading. I'm like, what the fuck? How is that even possible? But of course it's possible, right? She uses planets to read energy. I use cards to read energy. Same diff, right? So why will we let this thing go? Oh man, I can't get Jagged Edge out of my head. I'm gonna have to listen to that song now. Remember that video? They're like, it's like a snowy background and they're all in these like, I think it's when they're all in those light blue jackets. Man, my third eye can remember things so crystal clear sometimes. I just dropped my lip chap. I don't have my ashtray. And I really want some weed. Dilemma, dilemma, dilemma. I tell you. Actually, you know what? I can just put a little bit. Ow. Something just pinched me. Oh, man. Okay. So I was in San Francisco this one time. And we were at the beach. And I really wanted to like be in the waves and stuff. So it was kind of cold. Like I think it was only March or something, or like the beginning of April. So I put my feet in the water and you know how you like sink, right? And like the waves were so big. So I was like trying to keep my pants on and like stay in the waves just to feel the energy. And it fucking, tell me how something didn't nip my toe. Like a crab. It fucking bit me. The fucking little motherfucker came up and just snipped my toe. And I was like, ah! I jumped. It scared the shit out of me. And then I just went back. I was like, I can't fight these waves anymore. They were like the biggest waves ever. Like, holy crap. The energy of the ocean. I don't like the ocean. It really scares me. Like, legit. I have some fear of the ocean. It's like a phobia almost. Like I just have so much respect for it. Oh, I was living in Tofino this one time out in BC Island. And I would always go out to the water and have my coffee and smoke a joint. And this seal, oh man, he must have got lost. He was trying to find his buddies. So he was going up and down the surf, barking. It was so sad because I could tell he was looking for somebody. But like, I just fucking stay out of the water, man. Give me a lake, I'll jump in. Give me the ocean, and I'm like, you know what? Suddenly I'm cold. I don't really need to go in. Let's just go back to the car. It's a little windy. Like, I get instantly scared. I don't know what it is. I just don't want to be there. Ooh. This is the creatures. There's so many creatures. There's not as much creatures in a lake as what there are in an ocean. Like there is this place that I went to. Oh, in the Eucalypt. this little fishing town that I went to. And you know how like the surf goes up and the tide goes down or whatever? Well, there was like these parts where I was by the water where these things were living in the rocks, but they couldn't go anywhere because the tide was too low. So they had to spend all day in these little pockets of water. And I'm like, that sucks. Like, but they had a whole little underground world under there. Like, it was crazy. I wish I had a telescope or something, or a microscope or something. I had to look. Like, there was like underground things going on. Man, in the Yucatán, let me tell you, when I was in the Yucatán, I think I was like 27 or 28. I took off, went to BC by myself to live out there for a bit. And I went out there and I walked this surf, and it was this trail, the salmon trail. It's like salmon, it's like the wild salmon trail or some shit like that. And I felt this presence with me the whole time, but there's presences around all the time, right? So like, I didn't really think anything of it. And it was really gloomy. Like out in the Yucatán, out in BC Island, it's really gloomy, right? Like they have, it's like Ireland basically. Like it's just clouds all the time, rain all the time. And I was walking around, like I felt something with me, but I thought there was also a polar bear that was in the area. So I didn't know what I was picking up on because there was like that sense of a bear could be around at any point in time, right? So I was a little like shit in my pants no matter what. So wasn't really thinking too much. And then there's all these like benches that you could sit at that were dedicated to people, obviously that dedicate to the lighthouse and stuff. And it was just absolutely like the whole lighthouse situation, okay, from back in the day when we first started using boats, right, is like so traumatic. Like thousands upon thousands of people. I mean, it still happens now. People die at sea, right? But the worst part of dying at sea is when you die with the fucking edge, with the, what do you call that, with the land right there. Right? That's even worse. So in the Yucatán, it's really rocky. And so a lot of boats crashed, a lot, right? So you can imagine the energy. I didn't know that. I just was guided to go up there and go for a walk one day. So I just did. Holy fuck. Tell me how I didn't go. I sat on this bench. Obviously, I was smoking weed. I was smoking weed everywhere. But I was also microdosing at the time with mushrooms. Right. So, and it like helped me not lose my mind out there. So I was microdosing and I sat on the bench and I'm not good with numbers, but let me tell you, have you seen Braveheart? That's all I have to say. Okay. There were that many people all of a sudden standing in front of me, but above the water. So like you couldn't see too far out because it was so like murky and foggy and shit. There were thousands upon thousands of dead people hovering above the water. I lost it. So I got really uncomfortable and I'm like, okay, so something's got to happen here. Cause like I was opening up my third eye. I didn't really know what was going on with dead people at the time. Like why I was being haunted. Like I was being haunted by dead people to like give messages and to help people and do all this shit, right? It's the beginning of mission. It's really like, you don't really know what's going on. You just keep talking. You don't really know what the fuck you're saying. Right. And then so I'm getting a little uncomfortable. I kind of stand up. My anxiety's going a little bit. And then I read the bulletin and the bench of like why the bench is there. And the bench was dedicated to a woman and her son. It was, a woman and her, I forget. I don't really know how it happened. But the presence that was walking around with me was the little boy. Right. And I knew that something was there. So when I noticed that everybody was in front of me like that, the little boy appeared more. And then I was like, what the fuck is happening? And then this woman appeared. That's what it was. This woman appeared. And she was in this like long white dress and she had him with her. And then I went and read the plaque, and the plaque was dedicated to a woman and her son that died on the shore trying to get there. And there was this big, huge thing about who she was and who her son was. And that was the dead people that were walking around with me. They got to me when I got out of my car and they were with me instantly. I felt them. And they walked around with me for, it was like 12 kilometers, I think, or something like that was the hike. Like I was in there for a while, right? And then at the very last post is where her memorial with her son was set up. And it, like, let me tell you, when shit like that happens, I don't really, there's kind of like no words to say, right? You really, like, there's a lot of things that we do spiritually, and like, you really have to be on your own to see things and hear things. And like, especially when you're opening up, or like if you're about to go on this like truth mission or something, like spending time by yourself and getting these outside messages really, like, it changes you, because then you realize that you're not alone, and like there are things trying to help you. And if the world's not helping you, then there sure as fuck will, right? But you have to believe that something is there. And that's the whole thing, is like I've been really like trying to, you know, emphasize with my sister for many years, is like, if you can't just play around with witchcraft, you can't just play around with things, you have to believe it. Because if you don't, they're going to feel the fact that you're 1 foot in and 1 foot out all the time. Just like anything would, right? They know, like even relationships, like, you know, when somebody's in one and out the other, you know, because they're not fully committing. You have to fully commit to what you're doing. Because if you don't, then whatever it is you're half-assing, that's how the project's going to turn out. It's going to turn out half-assed, because you're kind of in and out, because you don't know what's going to happen. Well, fucking nobody knows what's going to happen, right? Like, I can't tell you what's going to happen as much as anybody can, because I could tell you one way that I see it and you go down a different way. And that's not the way that I saw it, right? Because there's multiple ways that people can do things. If it works, it works. If it doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It doesn't, what's working and not working? Right? Just because people don't show up, well, is it that people are supposed to show up, or is that you're supposed to play to a whole bunch of different people? Or is it that no one's supposed to show up and you're supposed to try even harder, right? Be a mad child. Oh my God, that guy worked so fucking hard to get himself back in the map, because he gave up for a long time. When you give up, you get that thrown to somebody else. You got to make that skrill and that power back up yourself. And then if you've wasted 10 years, you wasted 5 years. I wouldn't say wasted as in you didn't do anything. Obviously you did a lot. But just know it's hard to get back on the top again. And then plus, always remember, it's even harder to stay on the top once you're there. Just saying, right? See you later, Two-Tone. Thanks for stopping by, baby. Wonderful to have you. Rob Seeger. Oh, Bob Seeger. Rob Seeger. My eyes are fucked right now. Two-Tone's gone. Hey, you pulled a Pam. Is Pam still here? Yeah, she is. She wrote something. Two-Tone pulled a Pam. Did the old in and out. The old classic in and out. Oh, gosh. All right, people. I think we're going to skedaddle. Thank you. Oh, I did all that. Okay. Of course, the robot's got to come in right at the end. Right at the end, motherfuckers. The fuck out of my chat. Yeah, so great message. Find the true dick in you. Detective, that is. Get on that information, or get on whatever you're going to do. You know what I mean? Just do it. Feel good about it. All right, we're getting hit. I don't need to be on here anymore. Message is done. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for being a part of the channel, the Chit Chat channel. C'est la vie. I graciously, by the gods of something, ended up getting tomorrow off. So I have to do some shopping because I need some shit for work. But then I will be around. I will most likely do a recorded video as well as go live, because if you haven't noticed, I am dedicated as fuck to growing this channel, because ladies and gentlemen, we are going big. And by big, I want to hit 2,000 subscribers. We need 900 more people. Everybody get out there and get selling your Girl Guide cookies. Sell Moonshine's Tarot. Can you imagine if I had cookies? I would put Whitney Moon Tarot on them and sell them door to door. Best believe I'm a marketing whore. All right. I'm going to go eat. And yeah, like I said, I just got off work. I haven't even had dinner yet. So peace out. Thanks for being here. Namaste. Au revoir. Catch you later.